Hi and welcome back to my channel, and if it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Simone. Today I'm going to be making lentil dal. It's my take on it. I just made this recipe up myself, so I don't know how authentic it is, but I make this every week and the kids really like it. So what I've done to start off with, I'm going to put all the ingredients down below, by the way. I've got an onion like this size, like a medium small size, but you can have whatever size you want. I've got some medium curry powder here, but I do like to use mild usually, but I don't have any. So I probably won't put as much in because it might have a bit of a kick to it, but if it is too spicy, I can always put some extra coconut cream in. So I've got coconut cream here, but you can use coconut milk. I've got here, I don't usually measure things out, but I've measured this out, and this is 250 grams of lentils. I've noticed on the packet it says 30 grams for like a person, but there's 5 of us, but Ryan has a big appetite and I like to make extra. So there's 250 grams of lentils there, and then I've got here, I've got some stock. You could use like a vegetable stock cube or whatever you want. So there's like a litre of water of stock in here. So that's, yeah, 250 grams of lentils and then the stock. And then a tin of tomatoes, chopped tomatoes. And then I usually put like a blob of this in, so like maybe a tablespoon. So what I'm going to do is, I'm also going to be making some rice. I'm going to put a bit of spinach in with the lentils as well. I would usually put like half a bag in, but there's only about a quarter of a bag there. I'm going to be making basmati rice, coconut rice. Instead of using all the coconut cream, I'm going to put some in with this rice. So I've rinsed this rice here. There's like 500 grams, which is, I usually measure mine with cups. So if I'm using 2 cups, I'll put 4 cups of water. So what I did was I measured everything out to be able to tell you what I'm using. So this is 500 grams, and then this is about a litre, just over a litre of water, because like I said, I'm going to be putting some of this in. So if you add coconut milk or cream or whatever, you need to adjust your measurements. So I'm going to do the rice actually, because that's going to take about a little bit of time for the water to heat up. So I'm going to pour my water in a big pan, and then I'm going to turn it to a boil. This is optional as well. I've got some spring onions left. I'm going to garnish the top of it, of the lentils, but I'm also going to use some in my rice. So all I'm doing is I'm just chopping, just roughly chopping some up there. If you want your rice more flavoursome, you can add like a stock cube to that as well, so just put that in. And then I'm probably going to use half of this in the rice. So just give that a quick stir. Because I've got the kids, I'm not adding a lot of seasoning or anything like to the rice, because we've got some salt in from the stock. So if Ryan wants to add some salt to the rice, then he can do. So my onions are browning nicely. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the curry powder. I forgot to say that I'm using walnut oil, but you can use any type of oil, or I've seen some people cook with just water if you're not wanting to use oil, but I think this is really nice, you know, when you're putting the spices in to cook. Yeah. If it dries out too much when I'm cooking, then I might put in, just 1 minute, Micah's just here. No, don't touch that, baby, he's touching the stand. So I will put more oil in it if necessary. So I've got a tablespoon. If you like it more spicy, then obviously add some more. Like I said, it's like guesswork for me. Like usually I just tip it in, so I might actually, I think I might put a little bit more in, because like I said, I can always tone it down a little bit with some of the coconut cream. So I'm just going to cook these spices off a little bit. You okay, Micah?
Yeah.
You think okay? Oh. Mummy finish soon, okay?
I'm waiting.
So I'm putting my oven on as well, because I've got some samosas to warm up. On the lentil pack, usually it tells you how to cook them just plain in water. So you can follow those instructions if you want. Like I said, I've got the lentils here. I'm just going to give them a rinse.
What are you doing? doing, Mum?
I'm just rinsing my lentils, Micah. What are you doing?
Hi. Hello.
They won't be able to see you, my love. So I've just rinsed my lentils off. And like I think what I might do is just add a touch of water to the spices just to cook them a little bit. Right, I'm going to turn up the heat now to full. Right, so I'm going to add my lentils. And then I'm going to put my stock in. Water. No. So I'm going to let these cook now for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to add the tomatoes and the spinach. And I'm going to turn it down and let it cook for about another 10 minutes after. This rice is going to start boiling in a minute, and then I'm going to add the rice. I'm going to stir it, and then I'm going to put a lid on, and then I'm going to just let this cook down. But it usually takes about 10 minutes. This is the easiest way for me to cook rice. This is how my mum taught me, and it usually comes out perfect every time. So yeah, so like I said, I'm just going to leave these to boil. Make sure you've got enough fluid in, because they absorb so much moisture, the lentils, if you've never cooked with lentils before. Yeah, so yeah, this is getting hot now. So like I said, I'm going to put the rice in now.
The rice in and this. Yeah.
I'm going to put the rice in and...
this. I don't touch this.
Yeah, don't touch it, Micah.
And the burn and
You've never been over to my channel before. This is Micah, and he's my 3-year-old, and he loves to cook. So I'm just giving the rice a stir, and then I'm going to turn it down onto a low with a lid and just let that cook. Because I like the rice to cool down a little bit before I'm like serving the lentils. So just getting a lid.
Down, down. I am
I do not have. I have another lid with a knob thing on it, but I do not know where it is. So, and I don't want to leave Micah and potentially he ends up touching the camera. So yeah, so I've put the lid on. I've turned it down to a low now. My lentils are cooking nicely. So I will be back in 10 minutes.
10 minutes and
to show you what I'm going to add next.
10 minutes.
Okay, so this has been cooking now for about 10 minutes. Soaked a lot of the moisture, soaked a lot of the water up. So now I'm going to put in the tin of tomatoes and the tomato puree. And to take away, I don't know how to explain it. There's not really any sweetness in this otherwise. So you could use a little bit of sugar or any type of sweetener that you like. I love using date syrup. So I'm going to put a bit of this in, but it might change the colour slightly because the date syrup is brown. Just putting a little bit in. I don't have that much left, so like a garden nectar or whatever you want, or just normal like sugar. And I'm going to put the coconut cream in now as well. Like I said, with the tomato puree, I've just put probably about a tablespoon in just to squirt. Now this is going to end up reducing down over like the next 15 minutes. The rice is still in. That's going to be probably done in about 8 minutes. I'm going to put my samosa in. Samosa's in a minute as well. You don't need to put the coconut in, by the way, if you don't like coconut. I just love the taste of the coconut and it gives it a real nice creaminess. What you could use is I sometimes use this coconut cream. You can use soy cream, or like I've never made lentil dal with like dairy cream before. It's just usually been the coconut or this. I just like that creaminess to it that it gives it. So like I said, I've got this on a low heat on a number 2. I don't know what that would be in gas mode, sorry, but on the cooker it just says 2 and the highest one is a 6. If it started to reduce too quickly down or started to stick, then I'd turn it down to a 1. And then what I've done as well is I've just got like some salad, a little bit of grated carrot, sweet pepper, beetroot, cucumber. I'm just going to put like a little bit of a salad on the side. I've also got some mango chutney as well. It tastes amazing on the side with this mango chutney. Yeah, the lentils taste amazing with this mango chutney, so I've got some of that as well. And then what I like to do, if you've been over to my channel before, you might see that me and my husband Ryan, we like to dish everything up really nice. So I've just got this bowl here, and what I do is I usually put like the rice in, then tip it out, and then I'll put like some lentils in. So we've got a different bowl. We don't always do it, but I just think it looks really nice presented. So yeah, so I'm going to leave that, sort the rice out. So I'll be back once the rice is cooked and when I'm dishing everything up, and then I'll show you what it all looks like. To show as well, I've just tipped the it's not the lentils, the spinach in, so I'll just mix that up with it and then just let that wilt down. Because I'm just so used to just throwing things in and not sticking to a recipe, it tastes different than usual. For about 10 minutes. I forgot to mention before that make sure that it doesn't stick at the bottom, like stir it every now and again, because it can end up sticking, especially when it's reducing down quite a bit. I did turn it up to a number 3 for a little bit, just to try and speed up the cooking, because I think I put too much liquid in. Like I was saying, depending on how much stock you put in, you might need to add some salt. But because I'm giving it to the kids, I don't want to add any more salt. The rice is done. Like, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure, if you're putting any spring onions in, just make sure that you give it a mix, because a lot of the time the onions will either go to the side or just all stick to the top. So there's the rice like that. So that's what I like to do. Then I like to get the bowl. Oh, can you see? I've just got the So like I was saying, you could use any salad that you want. I just think it's nice, it just gives it that burst of colour, can you see? I've got some samosas here as well. I've not made these. I've tried before, but oh my gosh, they take ages to do, and they tasted nice when we made them, but definitely not as nice as like when you get them from an Indian restaurant. Okay, so there's the dal dished up. Take the spring onions. My battery and my memory is about to go, but this is it all dished up. I'm going to dish up the rest of the families now. So this is a lentil dal with basmati, coconut rice, a salad and samosas. So I really hope that you liked this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like me to make any more types of like cooking meals, if you have any suggestions, then please just leave them down below.